Welcome back guys to episode 3. As you can see, we're at the farmland and we're the forestry area is underway. We're starting to get a bit low on tools. Running out of tools is really bad because people become really inefficient at their job and they start taking ages to get anything done. So, to be proactive, we don't want to run out of tools. We'll start getting a blacksmith going. We'll build him on the edge of town. I think this area will be our industry side of town along the waterway, and we can have our trader and supply vessels that will come in along this side of town. And our storage cart is getting very full. We're going to need to start storing things elsewhere, otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, so we'll just get the blacksmith here on the site in town. And once again, a bit of future proofing. Gonna build a town hall here in the middle of town as well, just so when it comes to it, it's easy to find. I'll just pause it so it doesn't get built. And it's in the middle of town, an easy place to find. Also, what I like to do for a bit of fun is build the inn and garden in the town as well, because everyone likes to come down for a drink into the middle of town. That can be a nice area in town as well. Obviously we're not producing any grog at the moment, so there's no need to build it. We'll just have it there ready to go. Just have to keep the land free. We can just put a road around it. So people can walk around quickly. Right. Wood supplies are looking good. Food's looking good. Got our pigs going at the moment. Still needing a lot of stone for these houses. Not many kids going on at the moment. We want to keep town moving, so just going to build a couple more of these little shacks, just so families have got somewhere to go. Don't want to run out of homes. There, the fruit tree's growing well, they're up to size, starting to produce some fruit now. Lots of blueberries there, lots of soybeans. Any soybeans, some roots in the root cellar. How's things looking over here? Not a lot's going on. Speed things up. Get some resources gathered. You see the labourers are out in the forestry area. A lot of rock and iron in this area. They can gather it all up for us. Then they can take it over to the house. They better get this done quickly before we run out of tools. We've got the blacksmiths to build. There, the gathering site is clear. What I'm going to have to do though is just put it on pause, because we don't need it at the moment, because I've still got the other one on the other side of town. We'll shift our priorities to getting the blacksmith going. Come on guys. Everybody's out at the moment gathering all the stone and iron. You can see they're out planting trees, the forestry people. So once they grow up, we'll have a nice dense forest area here where they can gather timbers from. Then bring it over to the stockpile pit here. Got a lot of iron in it, a little bit of stone, but that gets used as soon as it gets put in the stockpile pit. We have a project for it. Goes straight away. Oh, firewood's down. Hopefully Mr. Firewood Man can get back to work. When the winter comes, people start using the firewood like crazy, and these houses aren't very efficient and they use a lot of firewood. The fancier the house, the less firewood they use. There we go, we're going to run out of tools. But the house has been built, so let's have a look and see what that looks like. Obviously there's just a single level and we can go up a few more levels. But there we have our first house, and we have some farmers that have moved in. And they've gone off to town to gather their supplies, and they'll come back with some firewood. And there's some food. Good selection of food there. Being farmers, and they're on this side of town, they're nice and close to their job, so they can to and fro quite quickly, which is also something you want. And there it is, where two people have run out of tools, because their tools don't last forever. They've got to go and get new tools. And without tools they can't do their job. So our firewood cutter, he doesn't have any tools, and so it takes him a lot longer to cut firewood. And he's gone off to find some more wood because he's run out of supplies. And we've run out of timber here to build our blacksmith. So hopefully these other labourers gather up the resources. We can get this built and get someone in there making some new tools for us. We've got plenty of iron. We're going to need more timber to build tools. So let's just get another forester over there. And to speed things along, just going to strip some of this land, turn it into farmland. And I can gather some of the resources off the land there on this side as well. And also when our builder gets back, you can build those houses because we've got the foundations down. And I think we're also going to want to start having a nice house. Where are they? Keep things, developments going. So we need to put that there. Put that there, just so I can keep an eye on it. We also will need to chop this down and move it into this gap here, as the housing is going to go along here for all the farmers' houses. 4 people without tools. Luckily we've got a reserve of food, so even if the farmers run out of tools, and they'll still have enough food and we won't go hungry. We've got plenty of iron, but no one's carried it over here. They're still out gathering all the resources from this area, which looks like they've got most of it. A bit more in here. Lots of new trees there. A lot of the things in this game don't happen instantly. You're going to sort of wait for them to either grow or be built. So you're going to have to start things a lot earlier than you actually need them. And obviously I didn't start the blacksmith early enough, because we've run out. We're up to 8 people now. So we've got all the stone we need, we've got all the logs we need. We just need a little bit more iron. And the foundations are down, so I'll get some of the labourers to come over here and they can help build. They're also taking stuff over, get that house up. 6 children, 18 adults, no students. Right guys, I think we're going to wrap up episode 3 here. We'll just have a look at the blacksmith once it's built, and we'll get someone into that. We'll get these people some tools. Heaps of food. We're still keeping up with our firewood supplies. Timber guys are working hard, but they're planting their lands out, so they're going to start developing and flourishing. So we'll start stripping the trees here just to keep things going. And we'll just wait for these guys to finish up. Well, the builder's got no tools, so they're taking ages to build. See, if they had tools, then this would have been just built instantly and straight away. Well, not instantly straight away, but it would have been a lot quicker. Would have been up by now, definitely. So that's why you don't want to run out of tools, because things just start taking too long, and if you're starting to wait for food or something, then you can run out of food because they can't produce it fast enough. See, our food is going down, but it is winter, so we harvest at the end of summer. So naturally your food does go down during the winter. Alright, there it is. So iron plus logs equals tools. We have sent someone over. We don't need all these builders because there's nothing to build. And they can go back to working on the gatherer's hut. So that's what it looks like. This is where the tools are going to be produced. Just put a piece of road in the front of it. Next time the builder's going past, he can do that. Right guys, so that wraps it up. Hopefully we'll get some tools for these poor guys. See you next time.